Hello, everybody. We are
Think we're back.
back. Jackson
Awesome.
and Avery here. So yeah, quick update on standings. We have how many? We have 10 people who are undefeated, 3-0 so far. The top of which is Jeffrey Nelson, 3-0 plus 542. But yeah, I mean things are still super early, so like anything can happen.
Yeah, it looks like
Um,
Jeffrey Nelson, the 15th seed, and Tim O'Hara, the 41st seed. I love seeing
yeah, that's
people
amazing.
I love seeing people who are like not really expected to do well, like doing well.
Yeah,
I love seeing that. That's why I love Scrabble. I know Tim O'Hara is a pretty good player from Illinois, I believe. So yeah, I
yeah.
love being able to see different matchups that I haven't seen before. But it looks like the top three seeds of Doug Brockmeyer, Jason Lee, and Carl Johnson are not that far behind, just on spread at
Yeah,
this
and
point. So,
Daryl Day is the fifth
oh
seed.
yeah,
He's also 3-0.
he is 10th. I thought he was
Um,
2-1.
but the odd man out is Joey Kraftchick coming back to his first tournament in a while since Lake George, and he had an 0-2 start, so he was texting me some pretty hot-headed things.
I
So
can imagine.
I hope he bounces back, because I like seeing him do well.
From what I know about him, I feel like he will. I feel like he's good enough to do that.
He's a good player. Although I mean he's been out of practice for a while. Like again, it's his first tournament in a while, so
Right.
there's no
But
telling.
he's getting back to studying on aerolith, so things are looking good.
Oh yeah.
All right, looks like we have the first letters pulled. What do we have? Tim O'Hara is going first. Omenta and an O.
So we're
This is
wondering,
interesting.
Barncat,
I think
do
I'd
you
play
want
short.
to share who you are? We're wondering who you are, Barncat. I agree. I would play short for sure. I would play probably Moo or something.
Yeah,
Um,
as would I.
can you exchange one? I don't think no. Exchanging one doesn't hit enough. I don't think exchanging O hits like I and L and yeah,
I
not enough. I don't think
L G
has to be quite a lot
N
to exchange one.
N. I don't think it
Exchanging
hits
OO
enough.
is probably interesting because AEMNT is actually not a bad leave, but I think Moo is probably a bit better. And also, I think Moo kind of opens the board a bit because Moo takes all these hooks in the back. Does give up some overlaps, but still.
It is pretty. It
Yeah.
is pretty volatile. But
Yeah,
I
Jeremy,
don't think
exchanging two is very interesting. I think Quackle. I mean, let's see what Quackle likes. Oh, it likes Omenta. It's kind of
well,
surprising.
but no, but that's solely based on like static.
Oh,
I
that's
feel like
static.
if,
Oh,
I
that's
feel,
statically. That's just only.
I feel like if you simmed it, Moo would probably be the top play, but exchanging OO might be interesting. If I was lower rated,
I'd be interested to see that.
I might not want to make myself dependent on having to know the bingo in my rack, so I might just play Moo and hope for a good draw. But since I feel like
No,
I have
I've
a
always
reasonable control over it, I think I might exchange OO here.
I've always wondered about that mentality. Like, oh, I don't know words, so I shouldn't be fishing as much. I'm never sure
I
if that's
think
true because I feel like you still
go
know the
ahead.
same proportion of words from the whole dictionary. I would assume that might be wrong, but I would think like you still know the same proportion of words from each length of word, but you just know fewer of them. So I feel like proportionally it still might be the same. But again, I'm not sure. So he plays mono. I think Moo is like definitely a just like an improvement on mono in terms of leave because AENT is a much better leave than AET. But mono does have one thing going for it, which is that the parallels are a lot harder after mono than Moo because Moo allows a lot of big parallels because it puts a vowel next to the double letter score, whereas mono doesn't do that, so it makes parallels a bit harder. So yeah, I mean not the play I would make, but I think it's defendable. Oh
I
wow,
think
he must be happy now. It worked out really well.
maybe he's fishing for like monolingual or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's a very reasonable thing to do.
Obviously. I think I have experience with like just lower rated people in general because I'm in a pretty dead region for Scrabble where that's like all I find, and I feel like a lot of them will tend to keep like AENT over wanting to make themselves dependent on like a higher scoring bingo like AEMNT.
Okay. So Jeffrey
I
Nelson has Verdi set up on his rack, which is great. Oops. Oh my mouse. So,
admittedly, I'm a Verdi too. People can hate me all they want.
yeah, I'm a Verdi as well. I'm glad we have two Verdis on this stream. It's a Verdi
Heck yeah.
takeover.
Is that Mike? That's good.
Oh man.
Barncat. Dave Weekend would exchange 0, draw 5, and play Onomatopoeia. He'd play Ono.
That's great because I sing in a choir. My choir's name is called Onoscatopia, so I'm very partial to that word. Oh, so Jeffrey has a pretty cool bingo here. I think that 7 is a word, isn't it?
I think it has an anagram too. Does it?
Oh, really?
Or does it?
Check.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Svelter.
No, just the one word. If you can find this word,
No,
yeah. I mean, yeah,
it's Verslet and Leverets that has the anagram.
yeah. So, but Svelter's like, if you like to anagram, that's like one of the coolest words to find
so
naturally
satisfying.
because it's so interesting. Yeah.
I think we're gonna see back-to-back bingos here because, well, actually, yeah, because
I think so.
Tim will play Outlearn maybe. And we have Svelter, Leverets, Verslet. It's got to be another one. Overlets. Yeah. So.
Overlets. Yeah.
We have options. AEELS. I don't think there's
one
with the A.
Tim has set up on his rack lutein and a blank. I think lutein is a word.
Nope.
It's not. Oh, it's only glutein?
That's not a word.
No, languet. Oh my god. I am not making any sense. So, languet. I mean, we'll see what he plays.
Servlet is not a word, Barncat. Barncat, can you tell the chat who you are? I think Jackson and I both don't know.
I'm very curious who Barncat is.
Clean out, but not out clean. That is correct.
Clean out and clear out. And clean up, but no clear up. It's a very
clear out, yeah. I played clean out in a tournament last March and got challenged.
Oh, he's going for the phony. He's going for the Lutein's phony. I mean, I assume that's an S at the end. It could be anything.
Is he? Nope.
So Kate has to check. Yeah. The blank could be an M, just like last time. No one knows.
Yeah, I think that'll get challenged, and then I think we'll see Overlets come down.
We'll see.
Lucas Freeman. Okay. Awesome.
Lucas Freeman. Hey, how's it going?
I think Jeffrey Nelson will challenge that.
I think he will, but again, you have to kind of know the 2 words in the rack. There's 2 words in that rack, and you kind of have to know them to challenge.
There's only 2 in that rack?
I think it's just eluents and the other one.
What, lunates?
Yeah.
I forgot about lunates. I completely forgot about
lunates.
I haven't seen that word in so long. All right, looks like they're challenging.
All right, that makes it. I can see it. Either way, I mean, Tim is going to get a bingo down at some point, I think.
Yeah, he will.
So now Jeffrey has to think, should he play overlets and swing the S out? Because Svelter, if he plays Svelter and monos, it's actually a lot more defensive of a play. Svelter and monos kind of kills a lot of things. So it might make it harder for Tim to find a bingo. So I'd be interested to see if he decides to do that.
I think that's also a good strategy against lower rated players. That makes them find an 8, and lower rated players tend to be better at 7s and 8s. I think that's given me a big advantage over some of the people in the Midwest.
Interesting.
All right. That'll come off.
Jeremy, I'm sorry if you could hear me chewing, because I know you're a misophone. So let me know if my chewing is too loud. So yeah, Ludians comes off. Oh, he's going right for overlets. He knows what he's doing, unless he's playing overlets.
Oh, I'm looking at the actual stream, so I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Okay, I'm looking at the stream as well.
Yeah, I just see overlets just getting down, so I think you saw it like a little bit before me.
Okay. Yeah, leverets as well. I mean, I think that decision actually warrants a bit of thought, because Svelter. I mean, again, I think he will have bingos that are playable no matter what. Tim will, but it's about how hard they are to find.
Overlets is fine. I mean,
I think
there's really not a good place to play a 7 unless you play lunates.
Yeah, so now he has to find a word to the S, which
there's several.
You might find there's neutrals. Yeah, I mean, but again, it's what you can really find.
I think you can find alunite.
I think you will. But I mean, again, I can also. The other thing is, like, everyone reacts to the stream differently. Like, some people are very nervous about playing on camera.
Right. Yeah. That's definitely a factor.
So I mean, especially like with a blank in hand, like, I think it's very reasonable to be really worried about, like, oh, am I finding the right word? Stuff like that.
Right.
So
like when I played on my first.
I wonder what that word is. I wonder what that blank is.
Unplates, maybe.
Probably a P. I don't. Is there a valid word?
Not that blank. Not with the blank in that position. It looks like Jeffrey Nelson's going to play Indicti, however you pronounce that, indictee.
Indictee?
Identic
So
is the 7. Incited.
incited as well. So I think Jeffrey's probably holding.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Again, man, so many blanks that are not clear. Oh, he's challenging again. Man.
Yeah.
You have to be pretty sure to challenge again, because, like, it's not always easy with that
The first time I played on table 1 in, I think it was Reno, I had actually played against Kate Fukawa Connolly, and I missed a bingo on my first turn because I was so scared, and then I had to hold for like 2 minutes to challenge her phony off. So.
Yeah, it's hard the first
Tim
time.
and Jeffrey to be in this position. Yeah, so that'll come off, and I think we're gonna see another bingo come down, and I think Jeffrey's gonna run away with this game, possibly.
Yeah, although identics is not a word, is it? So
I don't believe so. I think I challenged that pretty quickly.
I think I would as well.
ID.
Oh, biofeeds! I forgot about biofeeds. That was the pony.
Yeah, I challenged biofeeds, and it was very, very scary for me to have to challenge that. Kate messed with my head.
That's a hard word to challenge. I let biodome go once, which is a pretty similar word.
It was funny because somebody on Facebook thought that she was confusing it with biofeedbacks. I was like, I mean, yeah, wow. I think Kate and I have both studied all the 15s or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So now, will Jeffrey find indictee? Oh, the other thing is, but then that might give Tim a. Oh, actually, no, it won't give Tim a triple because he can play it through the E.
Exactly.
The first E there. Okay.
Yeah, it would be really bad if you played it in the other spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is really interesting. I mean, again, yeah, if he doesn't find indictee, he will try to probably close things down, I assume. Or maybe he'll just say, like, you know what, he has such a good rack, I can't even do anything about it, I'll just let him bingo. So it's kind of he has a decision. Oh, he sees indictee.
No, he sees it.
Decisions are moot.
I think he'll play it in the right spot, too.
Yeah.
And then
we'll see. I kind of hope he doesn't, just because the game will be more interesting then.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for the stream purposes, I would like to see a closer game. I've just seen blowouts all day. I feel like it'll get better later when we...
We'll see how the tiles fall. Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the stress of table 1. I know how it feels. All right, I think maybe is he considering something else?
Oh, he's thinking about identics. Yeah. I mean, he could try to phone you with identics. It might not get
could. He probably could, actually. I didn't really think about that.
Oh, he's doing it. I mean, he may just think... He may think identics is good as well. Those IC words, like, who has time to learn what takes S and what doesn't?
Yeah, Irenix is good, but identics is not.
So, unplated sounds like a word, right? I would not challenge that. And unplated is not a word, wow.
Say it again?
So,
unplated is... No, that's not a word.
Unplated is not. I mean, because it could be an adjective. It could be an adjective, but he might try it again.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see.
Is Tim holding? I don't know.
I think he is, because Jeffrey has not drawn tiles, so I think he's on hold. Oh, is he accepting? Let's see. Oh, they're writing something down.
Okay.
I think Tim's probably challenging.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the actual Twitch stream, like on
yeah.
The
so am I.
I haven't. I think I'm seeing things slower than you are.
Yeah, that is pretty ballsy of Jeffrey to like see indictee and still play identics. But again, if he thinks identics is a word like I did, then it's. I don't think
Tim's necessarily going to block because he has to see indictee and Jeffrey still has re-indict on the right side of the board.
Sure. Yeah, I guess Tim's ideal. Oh, he has re-indict. Yeah. So can Tim play a bingo blocking both of those?
And then if he opens an A, he has indicate, and Tinidia and Actinide.
Tinidia, yeah. Maybe Tim has to just assume that Jeffrey's going to bingo. Both of them are in this interesting position now where they both kind of just accept the other one's going to bingo.
Wait, Jackson, are you
Wow.
on the actual Twitch website right now?
I am looking at the Twitch stream right now, yeah, just so I can see comments as well.
So you're like on a web browser and you're looking at that? Okay, so I think,
Yes.
yeah, let me respond to Christian.
Wow, so we have, is that 3 challenges so far? That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Oh, coverlets, wow.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't even think about coverlets.
That actually just came up in like a week ago in an online game I played against Carl Johnson, who's the second seed at this tournament. So
Nice.
yeah, I really should have thought about that.
I mean,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we'll see. Like monos and coverlets, those are like the 2 big hooks right now. C and S are the tiles to have. So again, we'll see if Tim can find a bingo. Like, it's a tough position he's in right now because he just got 2 words challenged off, which is like demoralizing, and like he needs to find a bingo soon. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, ideally he can.
I wonder if we're gonna.
I think ideally he can block the E. Valid words at 50%. That's so funny. Wow. I think they could keep this ratio up for the rest of the game. That would be really interesting, actually.
It is my dream to play on camera in front of 33 people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matthew, there is a food. I think Lindsay organized different food trucks for Saturday, Sunday, and then different one on Monday. I remember they looked really good when I looked at them. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I was actually thinking about coming a few days ago, like 2 days ago, I was like thinking about buying a flight to New Orleans. I was like dangerously close to doing it. But yeah. Kind of regret not going. Monolith trees, wow.
That's a word? No, it's not in TWL.
Alright, so Tim sees Alunite now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna finally see a bingo, but then Jeffrey's gonna slam back with Tinidia on the left column, probably.
Oh, he will, yeah. I mean, again, he may slap down in Deity. You never know.
Maybe he will.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, as Jeremy points out, kakemono. That's
Makimono, that's such a good word.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't think of Makimono. I thought of kakemono.
Too bad the K is played. You need like a blank now, or 2 blanks.
2 blanks.
I think it's worth spending.
I think that would
don't
be
have 2
worth
blanks.
it.
Yeah.
A-E blank blank. I think that's worth it.
Style
Even though one of them has already
everything. Is he going to see Stynidia? That's the real question here. Oh, he's just playing on Deity.
Nope.
Yeah, he's just going for it. Although, I mean, I wonder if he should even play it 1 space to the left. Probably not, because that allows big Q plays. Like, Quag would be ridiculous.
But this opens up an S hook that's kind of hard to deal with.
Yeah, but there's already the Mono's S hook. That's the thing. I mean, in the Mono's S hook does open the board even more. Maybe it scores slightly less, but
and it's kind of hard to block.
Yeah, I mean the QU spot is kind of annoying. QI spot as well. Okimono. What is Okimono? Is that a hook to kimono? That's really cool.
Oh, it might actually. It probably is. Yeah,
Very cool. Is kimono even?
It probably is. Kimono is TWL. I didn't know Okimono though.
It's like bento and obento.
Mm-hmm.
The Knight's So yeah, Tim is pretty sad that Jeffrey didn't play in Deity 1 space to the left.
Yeah.
Because that would have given him QI. Huge bailout. Oh, and Jeffrey drew the other blank.
Oh boy.
Oh man. This is gonna be interesting.
I think you still play QI here though.
Yeah, I think he's going for it. Japanese ornament. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, I don't think there's any way to set up QI or anything. I don't see one at least. So, I think it has to do that. Like, Tim really needs like a nice bingo bailout really quickly.
He's probably not getting in on this draw though.
Yo, I mean, this board is actually somewhat similar to the board last game, where it's like, where the words are on the board, there's not that many things to do. It's not that open in that sense, but the whole board is going to get open in the end. Like with the monos and coverlets and a Deities thing, it's like the space is still there, ready to be used. Oh, and Tim drew an S right now, which makes it gives him a lot more of a fighting chance.
Exactly.
The S is a really important tile right now, so yeah. I'm sure he's super happy.
What do you play here? This is interesting for Jeffrey.
It's interesting. If he can block things, that would be wonderful.
He could play curb and cover less keeping G for Kenji.
Yeah.
I don't really think you need to use the coverlets hook though. I don't really know how useful it is to save the C here though, just because
I
the
think it's
S hook
somewhat
is there.
useful. You can.
I think it is. I just don't see like a really efficient way to keep the C.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
Because I mean, you do want to get rid of the J. Oh, bear paws with an R. Yeah, Matthew, good point. If he does play curb and coverlet,
oh yeah,
that will
bear
give
paws.
Tim bear paws, that would be the exact bailout that Tim is looking for. I wonder if Jeffrey fishes off his J with J-O or Jin. I wonder if he can hit many things because he does have a blank. I'm gonna check really quickly. So he has brew sign, which doesn't really fit. Curbing with a G. Yeah. Fishing the J doesn't seem to actually hit much. So never mind.
I actually thought there'd be way more with 2 blanks in that, but I guess not.
Yeah, me too.
Rubidic. I haven't seen that in a while.
He could play Buck.
I don't think the J is necessarily helpful here. Where's he going?
J is definitely
he's
not helpful. I would like to get rid of the J.
He fished the J.
But,
I mean, upon inspection, like if you're not actually like, if I just looked at that, I would think there'd be like 20 solutions with BCIRU blank blank, but as it turns out there's only 9. A few. Yeah, but I mean I can't blame him. I thought there would be like a ton. So there's an R.
Oh yeah.
So he has rubrics.
Oh right, yeah.
So technically, I think an interesting play for Tim here would be to pass, so that Jeffrey plays rubrics, and then he gets bear paws down for style.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, where Tim is right now, this is one of my least favorite positions in all Scrabble, where you're down by a bingo, and then your opponent fishes 1 tile, and it's like, God damn it, what am I supposed to do now? It's like, you don't want to open the board because they just fished, but you don't want to, like, close the board either.
Right.
Super uncomfortable position because he's just about to be down by 2 bingos. So, wow, rubrics is pretty big. Yeah, so he actually have a lot more bingos than I thought he did. But again, which ones are going to play? Caribou is actually a pretty good thing that you can hit with an A or an O. So yeah, Jin is like a pretty interesting fish. I would like to score more if I can, but like, maybe worth it. So Tim is playing Wops.
Taking some points, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he is opening up the board in a sense. He's opening up a place to play a double-double. My only issue is that I think it's going to get blocked a lot. The space right next to Wops.
Yeah, exactly. Although... as it turns out, Jeffrey's going to open the board even more. He will, yeah. It looks like he has 2 O's. I don't know if it's going to go well unless he draws like C boot.
Yeah, that's rough.
I think I see another E. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
I think Tim would have been wise to keep his S just because the S was so important here.
Right, yeah.
Comeback he needs, but I understand the sentiment with Wops. Yeah. Okay, so Jeffrey sees Rubik's. Man, this is going to be rough.
Yeah, and Tim had a very unfortunate draw there.
Oh man.
Oh,
that's like the worst draw. Poor Tim. Although he's 3-0, he's still having a great tournament.
That is a really good tournament. Yeah, I think he's going to get some rating if he keeps that up. What does Tim do in response to rubrics, though?
Uri or something.
Really? Uri?
Yeah, because it opens both.
Oh wait. There's a bottom R. Never mind. I was focused.
Oh yeah, there's 2 R's in play through.
Yep. I knew that when I said bear paws.
I mean, at this point,
I forgot about it.
Right. Tim is gonna need like at least 2 bingos to win. So
be easier and Collins.
Whatever play maximizes that. Actually, Booby's a pretty good play from the B.
I didn't see that. That's probably better.
It's 20 points. Still keeps the open for bingos.
There's no blanks left though, so he needs to really
draw an S.
Something.
Also, he could possibly play Boobier, which is not a word, but he could possibly phony with that or hope that.
I don't think Jeffrey would take that word.
I think it's plausible.
Interesting thing is that when Jeffrey plays online, he always plays Void Challenge on ISC. So
I didn't know that.
Maybe he would take Boobier, but my guess is he's good enough to not. Yeah, that's why I think that's why he does it.
He's a very surprising.
Oh man, look at this, Lazarite. And things are just going really well for Jeffrey right now.
Oh man.
I think that's gonna get blocked though, or maybe it won't. But like Uri wouldn't block Lazarite, and then we would see an even bigger blowout.
It's true. Although Booby does give up another bingo, which is
Yeah,
slightly problematic.
yeah.
Gives up ladder eyes. Again, Tim can know that. From Tim's perspective, he wants to open the board as much as he can to increase the chance of his comeback.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't know that. I think Booby is probably the play that he has to make. Uri is the same kind of deal, though. Uri does open the left side because of the O placement. You can hook that for a bingo.
The supposedly good thing about Booby is that if he plays ladder eyes, he's gonna get a triple in response, hopefully. But I mean,
Yeah,
that
after
you
ladder
have
eyes.
60 more points after ladder
Oh,
eyes.
God,
It's
yeah.
kind of, I mean, that's about as optimistic as you can be at that point. It's like, oh yay, I get a triple.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll draw like 100-point bingo. Who knows? This game's RNG can be
For sure.
kind of weird. Is he exchanging?
Always, I mean,
Oh, he is exchanging.
that's understandable. I think I would keep it. Yeah, he is because I mean, Uri still keeps kind of an unbalanced leave. He may have missed Booby as well.
Yeah, that's not really the most obvious word ever either.
It's not. Yeah, you have to be very acquainted with boobies in order
No,
to.
the Z. I don't think
Oh,
the Z gets put right beneath the triple letter, so it wouldn't have been as bad as Jeremy's thinking. But I mean, obviously, 88 points is really not what Tim wants to see happen on this board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting choice. B, the BE. I mean, there's already a B on the board, so it's not the best floater.
Yeah, I'm usually not a big fan of bees. I remember Robin Pollock Daniel talking about how she liked bees more than peas. I think she got some like huge, disagreement from that. I definitely like peas more than bees.
I'd have to agree there, but to each
yeah.
their own.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see Lazarette come down. I think this game is out. This game got out of hand.
Yeah, way out of hand. Jeffrey needs to cool it with these tiles he's drawing. He needs to take a break and exchange a few times. Jeremy, where's that tax? Where's that bingo tax you're talking about? Jeffrey has not been taxed yet.
The bingo tax.
He needs to be taxed with like 3 Qs at this point. 3 Qs distributed over 3 different turns. I think that would be fair.
I think he needs a Q taped to his rack, so he has to use it.
That would be cool. A Q, you just have 6 tiles. That's fair. Can't even use the Q.
1 tile. Gumbo-y.
Gumbo-y. Oh man, Gumbo-y is such a good word in there.
That really would be a good word. I like that. It
really is, yeah.
Yeah. He already saw that, right? Though I feel like we're gonna see that. Where does Zeta play somewhere that's good? You can play it to the right of Wops, but
it does. It blocks a double. It blocks a double.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not sure of Lazarite, then maybe you could play Zeta.
I mean, LIR.
Because I
think David Gibson's the only kind of person who would like LIR as a leave.
Interesting. This is a super interesting decision based on the fact that he set.
Oh, he is playing Zeta, keeping LIR.
And he saw the thing is he saw Lazarite, which makes it really interesting. I feel like
he just must not have been sure of it because, like, if you see that and you know it, you play that. But
I think
I guess the interesting
because it puts them up.
Is what do you play if you don't see that or are not sure of it?
Yeah, if you're not sure, I think Zed is a fine play. It blocks decent lane. It scores a lot. Like, I mean, he's up by 150, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I think that has a lot of merit given that that's just such a big scoring spot. I think at this point we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see him going off with it though. He didn't draw well, but like he's also up by a ridiculous amount already. So
he also drew the X. You can play Pax next turn.
Oh, he did play the X, but I think we're gonna beat EY from Tim. There's also this probably isn't a New Orleans word, but bum boy through the B.
It's a great word. I have no idea what that means, but I'd love to know.
I'm gonna look it up. I just learned it. It's an offensive word. I guess I shouldn't have said that on stream. I'm trying. I like offensive words, but like I'm trying not to say any of them on stream. But
it's actually an offensive word. Oh my god!
Well, that's so the definition that this is giving me. So who knows? I just learned that in my big review of the sixes. I didn't know that before like a week ago.
Nice. Comes in handy to know your bum boys.
I'm gonna maybe Urban Dictionary will be more helpful. Yeah.
True. We should play
Okay.
Urban Dictionary Scrabble. I mean, that's just phonies, really. But yeah.
That really is just phonies, except Urban Dictionary wouldn't have all the player names in it.
That's true. Unless he set up Bay on his rack. I mean, again, kind of like last game, he's just trying to cut spread at this point.
I feel
Like,
like
I would
that's.
just.
I really hope that's not how every game goes this tournament. I mean,
I doubt it will.
like.
I mean,
It won't, but like, I really hope I get to see some closer games later. I mean, we have people who are just drawing a lot of bingos. I mean, bingos are good. I like seeing people draw well, but I'd like to see some closer games where the strategy comes in handy. What did Tim draw?
it would be interesting. There's a lot of like psychology in this game with like when both people were holding bingos. It's always like a pretty interesting scenario. Doesn't happen too often either. Yeah. It's stressful for the players. Interesting for people watching.
What do you play here as Jeffrey? I have no idea.
Oh, he's 3 eyes. I thought he had an E.
Nope.
For some
3
reason.
eyes, 2 L's, an
He
R
has
and
a
an X.
rough rack.
I have
I mean,
no idea.
there's like
play here.
Bill and stuff like that. I would just not even worry about trying to win because he's going to win pretty much always. I mean, I would keep the X for hooking for paralleling rubrics. At the very top, you can play something like Lax next turn for 41. So I would want to keep the X for that reason. And something like Bill kind of keeps those possibilities alive.
Maybe even I just feel like there's got to be something better. Although, given how bad his rack is, maybe there isn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
there could be.
The really only decent dump is Libri, but nobody would play Libri.
The other thing is, can you set up the X at all? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, so I'm wondering. Leary, where is Leary?
I saw Leary. I didn't.
Oh, like Leary through the IN rubric. Through the IN rubric that sets up XI, but I think he still has the good X spot next to rubrics.
I wouldn't consider that as.
I don't know if it gets blocked very often, but
you don't think it does?
I think Bill's a fine play. I don't think so. I think Bill keeps a lot of good X spots, so I mean it keeps the good X possibilities next to rubrics, so that's pretty solid.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's only down by 131, so Tim could come back if he gets 2 bingo. I guess there's actually a lot of tiles unseen still.
There's
so
still
maybe
a lot
of tiles,
but there's just not a lot of bingo lines.
Hendrix. Jeremy, I just saw our Heritrix game yesterday. I was looking back at it. It was Hendrix reminds me of Heritrix. Jeremy beat me by 450 points once, or 440. He got 749. Total is ridiculous. It was amazing.
I wonder I think we're at the point where Tim might need as much volatility as he can get, so he might play Zoom or something. Or Zoo. Yeah, Zoo.
Zoo is a really cool play. It's hard to block that lane you created, and he can probably draw something with.
I mean, he can.
ADGMU.
It's really not likely, given that the only letter that.
Only. And actually, the only 7-letter word in that rack you can.
There's only one. Yeah.
Is agendum. Yeah. And it's gonna get blocked anyways. Okay, Nyx. Solid play by Jeffrey. Blocking the lane. Doing what he's got to do.
Not giving a good floater. I think we're gonna see this taken out. ADGMOU. I can't see the last tile.
I'm not sure either. Maybe a Y.
Might be the Y. Yeah.
Yeah, I think stylistically Tim is playing pretty well. Like he's opening the board where he needs to when he's down. Which I think it makes sense.
Jeffrey's probably going to play WHIN next turn and be able to autopilot a little bit more.
Yeah, Jeffrey is just on close the board mode, don't take risks mode, stuff like that. Like he's having a pretty good time here. So I still wonder what that last tile is. Tim is
I know he shuffled his tiles, but we still can't see that last one.
Kind of like last game. Either people put their tiles upside down or they hide them from us. There's no winning.
I know. Life's sad for us commentators.
Or commentators can't see the tiles.
Such a bad life.
It would be kind of cool to make a play like GAM next to rubrics on the top. Oh, it's a Y. Thank you, Jeremy. 24 points for GAM because it creates a really big lane ending in the G. It's kind of hard to block. Something like that would be cool.
Well, see, look, he's open. He's doing the same thing, but like he's keeping that R open.
He's keeping the R. Yeah, so he has 2 lanes open. I mean, again, his chances are tiny here. Like he's in a dire position, but he's doing what he's doing. I fully expect Jeffrey to keep scoring here. If he can keep on the scoring pressure, there's no way Tim can catch up.
There's
I think he's
also
going
the
to W.
interesting play, which I didn't see it. Ian Wind. That's not necessarily better, but I didn't see it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they're the same score.
I think you play win here. I think that's fine. I mean,
WHIN.
there's just really not a good way to address that R at the top because you don't have a letter that goes at H2.
Yeah, and also like spread wise, you keep DINR, which goes with the G that he just opened pretty well for ING bingo.
Yeah,
so like
exactly.
win. I think you just play win. You win the game so much, get some spread.
Well, he's already winning the game like
Yeah, exactly.
99.99 a billion times percent of the time.
I mean, strange things have happened. Oh, he sees in wine. Interesting.
If I was actually like shuffling tiles, I might see that. Yeah, look, I think he's just. Wait, what's he playing? Yeah, he is playing. No, he's playing wind.
Oh, he's playing wind there. That's interesting. Maybe he likes the H. Like he. Oh, I mean, he really might like the H here.
Does the H have? Where does the H have?
5. I mean, if he just has a good tile, I like the H as a tile. Again, I still think I'd play win here, but
yeah. I don't hate the H. I think I might have played win here.
There's a lot of people that love the H, and like I am fairly fond of the H, but I think it's one of those tiles that some people just love.
Right. Did he draw Thriven? No, he didn't.
No, I thought he might, but he didn't. So Tim has some decisions to make. Not even sure what he should even think about doing. Like, I think I would just play for just trying to score points, keeping decent leaves, just give up on winning the game.
Yeah, I don't think the win's feasible at this point with only like 20 some tiles unseen. So
yeah, I'd play like something like Yam next to Rubrics. It's 30 points. It might induce Jeffrey to block the Y.
Yeah, Mayo and Billy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I want to check up on standings. I wonder how people are doing.
I don't think you can check it until everything's done.
I'm just checking on cross tables and stuff. Oh yeah, a lot of people are not done their games yet. I wonder how Collins is going.
Wait, can you actually check like partial standings?
Yeah, just the enhanced scoreboard on the live cover.
I didn't see the enhanced scoreboard option. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's new now.
Yeah. Almost nobody's finished their games.
Wiegand is still. Yeah, Dave Wiegand's still in first. Evans Clinchey in second. Top 2 seeds are in numbers 1 and 2, which is pretty sick. Evans Clinchey has been cleaning up lately. His provision, his rating right now is 21-27 after these 3 games, which is ridiculous. And Becky Dyer 2-1. I always like seeing Becky do well. She's awesome. My Texan friend. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What are we seeing here? Ogam? I think he's still going for the win.
I guess. I mean, I'm not sure what he's going for. Cleaning up the rack.
I think a mentality that lower people tend to have is like, maybe I'll draw something, but I don't know if they always know what they're going for. Maybe I think that might be what's happening here.
Well, and when you're playing off 4 tiles, it's rare to know exactly what you're going for. Either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter what he plays. He can play whatever he wants.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I might play Tharm at this point.
I didn't see
TARM to the M.
I saw IHRAM. I didn't see Tharm though.
Oh, ARAM is a nice word. Yeah, I'd play Tharm. I don't think you can really set up the T at this point. That'll be fun though. You can't just play Harm setting up the T because there's still 1 unseen, and Tim would definitely.
And Tim has it.
Tim has it. I mean, the question is, does he know it? Because Tharm doesn't come up as much as you think it would. So he's playing.
AH.
He is AH. He's just blocking, or I don't know what he's doing. He's just playing a word. He might be going for an ing word like averting or everting and stuff like that.
Look how many A's and E's are left, though. I mean, it's really not.
Yeah,
it's not completely actually unreasonable.
For sure, because it's a very vowel-heavy bag. So drawing 2 vowels is a pretty good thing for his bingo chances. So you might be thinking about that. Yeah. Yeah, and especially given Tim's completely constant heavy rack, it makes Jeffrey's play more understandable, or at least it works better. So I'm curious to see if Jeffrey draws his 2 vowels that he's going for. Because if he only draws one vowel, I think it'll be hard. Oh, he does.
Oh, so
not.
close. Drew an R.
Yeah, he has some 8s and stuff.
They don't play it, do they?
Yeah, only through an A, Viratrin, and
Inverter.
don't see. I mean,
spell
there's
2 ways.
invert. That's true. So he has, yeah, again, he needs the extra vowel.
I don't think
And
he's gonna
really,
spend time. I
cramping
don't
his
think
vibe.
he's gonna spend time fishing for that though. Maybe he
He might.
will actually. I mean, he actually
knows?
might, given that. I mean, if he fishes off an R, he actually does draw a bingo with like every single vowel in the bag except for the U.
Yeah, and also like he might notice that Jeffrey has the last N, which makes the G lane in Gwyd a lot more powerful for Jeffrey than for Tim. Because if you don't have an N, it's pretty much impossible to hit that lane. So, okay, so Tim has 4 left. Interesting. So yeah, so Jeffrey might just be fine keeping that G open because Tim is just not going to take it. So yeah,
actually,
in Jeffrey's position
looks
after
like.
this
I
play
mean, given that he probably wants to get spread off of this game, that's probably a good play. Actually, just fishing the R somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Even fishing RV if you can, because EINRT is like a monstrous leave. Yeah, man. In Albany a couple weeks ago, I had this one game where I kept AENRT. Like it was probably like 8 or 9 turns in a row, and it was like so depressing because that's like one of these deceptively bad leaves. I think AENRT looks really good, but like in reality, it's quite a lot worse than EINRT because the I is a lot better for bingo going. So I just remember feeling so demoralized, and I somehow won the game by 3 points just by some ridiculous stroke of luck. But
Sid Morale had that happen to him in the New Orleans Nationals, and he kept EIRST, and he still couldn't hit it for like 8 turns.
That's awful.
Yeah, he told me about it. He was really frustrated. Yeah, that's one of the really frustrating things about Scrabble RNG is like you just don't know what's going to happen with those draws.
Yeah, and the hardest thing is to keep fishing and and to even analyze each turn separately and realize I should keep fishing and not let it get to you. The fact that you haven't hit your fish yet, just to sort of be like, yeah, I still got to do what I got to do. And sometimes you just have to fish 10 times in a row. Very rarely, but occasionally. Okay, so he plays off the F. I wonder if he's going for anything. Tim,
I see it. I only
fishes just the F off.
I only see Egyptian as a
Egyptian. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he has an O. Okay. Oh, he drew the O.
He just drew the O.
Okay, I wonder. There's Pterygia. Oh, he could have drawn an I for PTERYGIA.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, that's.
He could have been going for that.
I wonder if he was.
It's a pretty crazy.
That's inspiring. I like it.
Oh, and Jeffrey slaps down his fish as well. So I guess while we were talking, he was thinking the same thing, that it's a vowel heavy pool. If he draws
are we gonna see a vowel?
he hits it.
Where's that vowel? Everting.
Everting.
Inverter. So. Yeah, we're gonna see another bingo come. There's no way he's blocking both.
Wow.
Well, he could.
Jeffrey is on a roll.
I feel like Gibson would probably find a way to block both inverter and everting right now. Oh, yeah. I wonder if he was going for like a big Y play at the bottom, actually. I didn't really notice the Waspy hook until just now.
No, this is Wopsy. He's not playing Waspy.
Oh.
He's playing Wopsy.
See, I read it wrong.
Okay, we'll see if Jeffrey challenges. Holy shit. I don't believe Wopsy is a word.
I don't think so either. I just completely misread
awesome.
it. Yeah, he's just taking it off.
Oh, he thought it was Waspy. Wow. So they didn't even go up to check it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Could be a word.
Nah, it's not a word.
Oh, man. That is rough. I know Jeffrey's going to bingo.
Man.
Tim has had a very rough run of challenges this game.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Wopsy was like intentional though.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
because
he
took it right off the board. Yeah, that's really too bad. Oh man, Jeffrey is like super inconsistent with how much time he's taking sometimes. It's so funny. Like some racks he'll take a long time, like with the Lazarite rack, and then with some of these bingos like Indictee and Inverter, he's just slapping them down when he also has Everting.
I wondered if part of it was like just not being sure of Lazarite.
True. Yeah, and also Everting does take the hooks, like the R hook, and I don't know if there's any R's left. That could influence.
Well, Inverter plays at the top for a little bit more also, but anyway, we're seeing another big win here.
Oh yeah, this is a crazy spread right now. Jeffrey already has a pretty big spread, if I recall. So
Yeah, I think he's in first right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
So
He's just going to extend his
he's probably
lead.
still going to be in first. Well, actually, no, I take it back. Jason Lee is in first right now. He is 4-0 plus 305, but not all the scores are in,
but,
obviously.
Yeah,
If Jeffrey wins
has
this
one
game,
spread.
which he will, Jeffrey's going to take back first.
Jeffrey is going to approach 800 spread after 4 wins, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy.
I had something like that in the tournament in October, but...
So, yeah. So, spread is still a thing. Jeffrey... Yeah.
So, update on the standings, I guess. We have Daryl Day also winning by 80. He is in second right now. Doug Brockmeyer lost to John Karras. He's 3-1 now.
Okay.
We don't have a score for Carl yet.
Julia Bogle's 3-1.
Yeah, Julia Bogle's in 10th. How about that? 3-1. Go, Julia. How about that?
She's made quite the comeback since her.
Yeah, her rating was like
Atlanta
1100 or something. So
it's pretty sick.
She's catching back up. Way to go!
Yeah, I mean, that was way too low for her. She
I think she must have just had some bad letters or something.
Bad letters for 20 tournaments.
It happens It happens, I guess. All right, Yogi.
So Yogi,
I think he's just trying to get the game over with at this point, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would not be surprised one bit.
Jeffrey has Fovea that he can play.
He'll probably play Oaf at C1.
Yeah. Depending on it's either one really makes sense. Again, he's just trying to maximize his score. Not either of them empty the bag.
Arrow's not the worst leave. I mean, I feel like he knocked over his rack.
I don't.
Tim might win now that he knows what Jeffrey has.
It's true. Could happen. So, okay, he plays Oaf. Solid spread play. Brenjam, the next round. I think there's lunch after this round, right?
I believe so.
So the next round.
I think there is lunch
like
until
an hour and a half or something.
3 or 3. I think 3 or 3:30 is the lunch break. And
yeah.
Then after the lunch break, we'll have 2 more Collins games. I can't remember who's commentating them. And then I will be back.
I think I am.
Oh, you are? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. I'm not sure why, because I don't know many Collins words.
I commentated the UK versus US match with having less Collins knowledge than you do, so
nice.
You'll be
Jeffrey
okay.
manages to draw 2 S's. He actually has a bingo. I don't think it plays here, but he does have a bingo on his rack.
What, Sarose? Is that what he has?
Yeah. He does have that. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't think he's going to play it, but yeah. Yeah, Collins will be fun. I always kind of like dipping my toes back into Collins because I used to play it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun to like revisit these words like, oh yeah, JEAT. It's all really nice to revisit.
I probably will never play a Collins tournament in my life. I'm probably offending
Brenjam, we are going to
5 million people here.
That's okay. So Brenjam, we will be watching the top boards every round, I'm pretty sure. I think it's going to be board 1.
We'll be watching the whoever's assigned to table 1, although I think we'll have some more high-rated players in the future rounds. I mean, this is kind of how the first couple rounds go when the standings are a little bit different based on the quadrants, pairings.
Right.
And then I think next round, if it's... Oh, actually, hold on. We had some more standings. Wes Eddings is in first place. Wes Eddings is in first place, though, at 4-0.
He is a beast.
He just won a big tournament in like Texas or something, so he's playing a lot better now.
Yeah.
He
also won Division 2. He won Division 2 at National.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's
on a roll. I think we're gonna see Wes and maybe Jeffrey in the next round on table 1. So yeah, we'll see at 3:30 or something. Jackson will be back and he'll be commentating with somebody on the Collins games, 2 of them. And then in the evening sometime...
Oh, Brenjam.
I will be back. What's that?
Sorry, I just realized who Brenjam was. It's interesting it's Jim Brennan. And it's interesting trying to... Yeah, trying to deduce who these players are based on their usernames. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so Jackson will be doing that, and then in the evening I'll be back probably with Jackson, and I'll commentate 2 more TWL games, and then I think Joshua Sokol will be around for the last one. After
Yeah, he'll be here at some point.
Maybe
And Jim, I agree. It is a lot of pressure for a 1300 player. I don't know if Tim has played on stream before, but yeah, it's definitely it can be super nerve wracking a lot of times, especially when in the times when you had bingos and stuff. Like, it's hard to look for bingos while there's 30.
Like, that there's people right now who are looking at your plays and probably commenting on them. I mean, that's why I'm trying. I mean, I'd play differently, obviously, than he would, but like, I'm
Jeremy.
Oh boy. Well, I'm not Kenji.
Thank you for the compliment, but Kenji changed his name to Avery for the stream.
Yeah, my name is not Kenji. I think I'm like the opposite player of Kenji.
Nah. But although Kenji should comment at some point, he has pretty.
He's not in the stream right now.
Okay, yeah, he should come back. So I don't know what they're taking so much time on. I thought Tim was pretty low on time. I guess it's Jeffrey's turn right now.
Yeah, it's Jeffrey's turn.
He's probably trying to figure out his end game. Oh, Tim has 16 seconds left. Wow. So Jeffrey might even try to time rush him. I know, like, I love time rushing people. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, man, it's so much fun to win a game because someone's under time pressure. Because it changes the whole mentality. It's like suddenly you're not trying to like exhaustively search for the best end game. You're just trying to like put as much pressure on as possible, which is really fun.
It's easier when they don't have a rack that's as synergetic as Tim's, but like, yeah, that's something I'm really good at with Blitz, I guess, is just looking at plays fast and like not necessarily like finding the best play, but just finding plays that work well and maximize spread.
Yeah, for sure. So what he actually should play is another question.
I don't think Tim's gonna go over if he is able to find an out in 2, which shouldn't be that hard on this board.
Well, I think Jeffrey might do an out in 2 though. So I think
Jeffrey will do an out in 2, but like,
so Tim just has to find one play. Like, oh, I see. Yeah, I guess if Jeffrey is actually going to try to time rush him, he should play shorter words.
Like
Jeffrey's keeping him. I mean, Jeffrey would have a word or two to say to you, Kate, about that, because I think he's very intent on like following the rules in that sense. So I would love to see a nice confrontation on the stream. Just putting that out there.
He's keeping me minus 50 spread for keeping me from lunch. He's keeping me.
He should just have to buy you lunch.
213 for me also.
Yeah, I think you should just buy everyone lunch.
I think the correct penalty should be minus 500 right now for Jeffrey. That's
fair.
Give the win to Tim. Tim O'Hara beats Jeffrey Nelson with a spread of minus 200.
That's actually happened before. There's like been some weird situations where someone's been like 1-0 minus 2. Yeah, there's like a weird rule. I'll talk about it later. So he's playing erases. Awesome. Ooh. So Matthew Tunnicliffe, you got to change your handle to Muffuletta with tentacle. That should be your New Orleans handle.
Muffuletta with tentacle.
Oh man. I'm excited to go to. Yeah, he's playing. He has to get some word down. Doesn't even matter. I was gonna say I'm super excited. I want to go to New Orleans next year because I didn't make it to nationals this year, unfortunately. So I'm excited to try those muffulettas next year.
You said you're planning on going to Buffalo, though, right?
Yeah, I want to go to every tournament next year. That's the plan. You
mean like this year or like next year?
Oh, I guess like
in 2018.
Just generally. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, me too. Kansas is an absolute awful place to do anything Scrabble related, so I'm trying to travel a little bit this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so it looks like we have.
So Jeffrey, huge blow, 243.
Yep.
It's crazy. So I think Jeffrey will further cement his first place standing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm looking at the standings right now, and he will be in first place by a lot, with Wes Eddings in second, Jason Lee in third, and Daryl Day in fourth.
So we've narrowed it down to now only 5 people who are undefeated.
Carl Johnson is going to be in fourth because he just won.
So interestingly, it'll still be the top 2 seeds will still be undefeated.
Yep.
3 of the top
And
5.
we have a lot of good people at 3-1, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still very early.
I know,
Can't
actually,
make any big predictions.
Yeah. Before this tournament, I actually predicted that it would be either Jason Lee or Carl Johnson. So we'll see
Yep.
if
As did I.
this continues.
There's
Nice.
no saying. I mean, everybody wants to win this tournament, and there's lots of good players here besides them. So,
Yeah.
I will be following along even if I'm not on the stream. So, it looks like that wraps
Yeah,
up
absolutely.
round 4 of the Crescent City tournament. So, thanks for tuning into this one. I think we're going to be taking a pretty long lunch break right now, an hour and 15 minutes or something, and then Jackson will be back with somebody to commentate.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the schedule is we'll be back on stream at 3:30 local New Orleans time. So yeah, we'll see you guys then.
All right. Thanks, Jackson. See you later.
Take care.